Jumping for TCA, it's going to be Macy Lee. Jumping for Peabody, it's going to be KK Norman. On the radio side, TCA will be going from right to left. Mona Miller to throw the ball up. And with a call of this battle for first place in the district, here's Dave McCullough.
Norman wins the toss and flips it back in what would be her backcourt. Now across the timeline, working with it, Ware. Ware works over there against Sally Howe. Ware works on the left wing. Gives it over to her teammate over there. And out here now gets it right back. They go inside, nothing there. Swing it out for the open look. And nothing there by the Lady Tide. As they move around the TCA zone, here's a three up, back rim no by Ware. Ball out of bounds, saying being touched last by, I think KK Norman touched it last.
I agree with the Trenton crowd. That was touched last by TCA.
Yeah, they weren't real happy about that call. We're scoreless. We played 28 seconds here after the Peabody Golden Tide won the guys game pretty handily. Pagagua backcourt. Pagagua against the pressure. Peabody coming with a 2-2-1. They handle it well. TCA does to Maxville. 14-footer. Shot at 13. Rebound Emma Hannaford. Hannaford, yes.
Diamond Dave, I like how Hannaford got that rebound, used her backside, established position, and then went up for it.
Yeah, very patient that time and took her time and put it up and in. Didn't rush it. 2-0 your score. Lady Lions lead the game early. We played almost a minute. Ware with it. Left the key over there to her teammate, Norman. Driving in the paint, stopping, popping, rimming, no. Rebound tipped out of there. Maxville has it. That shot was put up by India Williams, excuse me. Front court, Pagagua. Bad pass by Howell. It goes out of bounds. Touch last by Peabody. And it will be TCA's ball. Side offensive court, leading the game 2-0. We played a minute and 9 seconds.
And for Trent Peabody, still, Kira Hill has not touched the basketball yet.
Inbounds pass over there to Macy Lee in the corner. Out to Maxville. Out to Sally Howe, barking out play instructions from her coach, Matt Coleman, back down to our right. Howe with it. The blonde bomber, the ponytail, getting longer and longer as the season progresses. Out to Hannaford. Working over here to Pagagua. Pagagua inside the Lee. Lee up. Got it.
Macy Lee with a bucket in the paint. TCA with a 4-0 lead.
Andy Aiken bringing us soft drinks. We appreciate that. Hill wide open. Layup is there by Norman.
TCA with a defensive breakdown there. KK Norman on the backside gets the lay tied on the board.
Yeah, they attacked the TCA pressure that time. Got the easy look. Lee with it in the backcourt. Macy drives right down the gut. Macy Lee with the layup. It's there.
Can you say down the stretch?
Yeah, down the stretch, as Steve Beverly would say. 6'2" your score. Front court, India Williams didn't have the numbers. Backs it out of there to Ware. Over here, that is CC Johnson. CC left wing. Thinking about the three was Williams, and now she'll put up the long two. It's there from about 17 feet.
India Williams with the bucket. Makes it a 6-4 game. 5:44 to go in our opening quarter.
Two of the best around here. Pass Lee trying to hit Pagagua. Ball knocked to the bounce. Touched last by Williams. It will be TCA's ball. These teams combined have won 35 games and lost 12.
Very impressive. You know CC Johnson, you know what her nickname is, don't you?
What's that?
Ryder.
CC Ryder. That's an old song from years past. Hannaford with it, top of the key. Her mom and dad and family down to our right. Howell with it, picks it up over to Hannaford. Emma down low, bad pass. Tried to go inside to Pagagua that time, and now reach in foul on Taylor Maxwell, I think.
Double dribble.
Oh, no, they get double dribble. My goodness. Coach Hart saying that his player was hit on the arm, and I've got to be honest with you, I sort of agree with him. I thought there was a foul there that time, Stan. Mona said a walk.
If you say so.
And TC will take the break.
I like Mona's call so far.
Yeah, she's made the calls, and most of them have been for TCA this far. Good official, 6'4". Lee with it. Lee, left elbow, nowhere to go, and now she's fouled. No call. My goodness, I thought she was fouled. Hill comes out of there with it. Hill front court. Kara Hill, an outstanding post player. Working left wing, India Williams. Coach Coble wanted to walk, didn't get it. Out to Ware. TC back in the 2-3 zone. Somewhat of a matchup now. Pagagua comes up and guards Hill. That is a matchup zone. They chase over here on the right side. Howell right in the face of CC Johnson. It's a 6-4 TCA lead, under 5 minutes to the first. Peabody won the guys game pretty handily. We'll recap that one for you at halftime. And Coach Northcutt will come up and talk to us. Left wing, deep left, India Williams drives in, can't shoot. Hill, left elbow, up, back rim. No, that's her shot. Lee rebounds and a foul over the back on KK Norman.
KK Norman picks up the first foul of the game. Kind of a silly foul getting set to come in for TCA. This is going to be number 32. That is Elisa Gehring.
Lee averages 5 rebounds per game. Pagagua almost 5. Maxwell almost 5. Gehring almost 5. And Hannaford almost 5. That's pretty solid on the boards, folks.
Consistent.
6-4 your score. Pagagua with it. Pagagua front court. And now they get her. She stepped over in the backcourt. And Coach Cole not really happy with her there. Gehring in the game. We mentioned a moment ago, Emma Hannaford out for the rest.
Always got to have court awareness, Diamond.
It's a 6-4 game. 4:30 left here in this first stanza. This team, Peabody, the only team that's beaten TCA in district play. They've only lost one as well.
Back to go to Gibson County.
Yep. Here's Hill down low, using that big body, turns, fires with the left hand off the glass. It's there, and we're tied at 6.
Matter of fact, that was on the Friday after Trenton beat us at Gibson County.
Sure was. Yep. Here's Howell. Howell being dogged out there to Pagagua to Gehring. Gehring underneath is blocked and going out of bounds with it. And then, well, she was out of bounds after the block and came right back in. Proper call. As CC Johnson blocked it. The line fans want a foul. They thought Howell was being really ridden here right below us. Anderson French about to come in the game. Inbounds pass to Macy Lee. Lee puts it on the floor and drive in with the left hand off the glass. What a play by Macy Lee.
Macy Lee high off the glass. May have been fouled as well, but we'll take the deuce.
There's not many high school players who can do what Macy Lee can do on the court. India Williams out front to Ware. Back to CC Johnson. Bad pass. Lee knocks it away. Howell has it. Howell in the front court. Ball knocked away. Now Gehring kicks it. And we've got a foul. I think they're going to get Peabody board. TC got a break there. India Williams picks it up. That ball was being kicked around there inadvertently by a little bit of everybody, wasn't it, Stan?
Yeah, Lisa Gehring showing off her soccer skills.
Yeah. Maxwell out of the game. And in the game is Anderson French.
Frenchie into the game for a defensive skill.
You like to call her Frenchie. Good passer, good defensive player. Not a great scorer. Parlez-vous français, monsieur. Here is Howell with it. Working with it. Here's Gehring deep right. right in front of Michael Hart, the Peabody coach over there. Picks up the dribble, nowhere to go.
Good help.
In trouble, in trouble. Leaves it out here to Howell. Sally did a good job going to an open space and getting that relief pass. Sally works right wing. Back behind the back dribble. Pagagua gives her the high screen. She can't really use it. Here's Gehring with it. Alicia, boy, Peabody overplaying the passing lanes. And now Howell moves in off the glass. Yes, and one.
TCA doing a good job. We drew their post player, Kiera Hill, away from the bucket as she was out chasing Gehring. That left Sally Howell open. She drove the right side of the key for the deuce, and now looking to add a little harm.
Sally to the line where she's a 76% free throw shooter. 3:07 left here, and it's a 10-6 game. This is the biggest lead that either team has had in the game thus far. And out of the game will be KK Norman, and in the game for her is going to be Adriana Skinner. Free throw by Howell, no good. Rebound by Pagagua, though. Great job out to Sally. Her three's on the way. Back rim, no. Battle for the rebound. It's controlled by Anderson. French back up, no. Rebound, Gehring back up. TCA pounds the boards, and Gehring lays it up and in.
TCA owning the boards on that series, and eventually you're going to get them to fall, and it did. The board work relentless. Tough defensive pressure forces a travel on Trenton.
Indian Williams picked the ball up, put it back down. Yes, she walked 4 turnovers on the Tide. Brooke Thomason about to come in the game for Anderson French. He goes out. Rod Parker will greet her over there along with Matt Coble and the lovely Kelly Shanks. 12-6 your score, 6-point game, 2:50 left here in this.
Oh, look who else is on the bench, too. Scoring the Platt.
I see her over there, yeah.
The real brains of the outfit.
That's right. Working with it now, Pagagua out to Gehring. Gehring left wing, Brooke Thomason. Tried to go inside to Lee. Lee did a great job catching that pass. Now knocked away, loose. And we've got she and Ware tying it up. Jump ball, and the ball belongs to TCA.
Diamond, I don't want to criticize, but you have a hard time convincing me that Macy Lee was not fouled by either or both of those players.
And now Pagagua dribbles the ball off her foot out here. Unforced turnover. You're right. She was fouled, no doubt about it. I thought they came right through her body. Pagagua just lost her concentration for a moment, dribbled that ball out of bounds, and out of the game, Brooke Thomason, in the game, Anderson French. So getting Frenchie in there for defense, Brooke Thomason in for the offense. It's a 12-6 game, 2:32 left here. Where? Backward, you got me calling her Frenchie now. Here's Williams with it. I'm not sure that her mom's going to like that. Ball knocked away, loose. Losing that time was Mia Easley.
Frenchie.
And French comes up. She's a really good defensive player. Hannaford and Emma about to come back in the game. Howell across the top of the key. May have almost walked out to Lee with it. Lee, they're dogging her out there. Lee gets a high screen from Pagagua. 3 back rim, no. Rebound Hill of Trenton Peabody. We're down to 2 minutes and change left in this first stanza. It's a 12-6 TCA lead. The other way, Dipsy-doo. Ware, what a nice play by Ware, yes.
Ware with her first bucket.
And it will be
where did that come from?
12-8 game. And working with it now, Richard Skidmore watching and listening to the game tonight. Here's a 3 up by Gehring. It goes in and rounded the rim and went right back down in there.
See, when you have a player like Elisa Gehring that can hit from outside, that also draws their post player, Kiera Hill, out to cover, leaves TCA with rebounding possibilities.
Richard said he came in from 80-degree weather in Florida to listen to us. Hill up, yes, on the run out.
Hill with her second bucket. She's got 4.
Kelly McCallum telling me that Gleason beat Dresden 46-44 a few minutes ago in girls
That's
action. 15-10, 5-point game, and Howell throws it away, trying to hit French. That pressure for Peabody wears you down a little bit. Hannaford in the game, Maxwell in the game, and also coming in will be the 8th grader Olivia Lee.
Well, really, Diamond, when you look at this, Peabody may be the quickest team TCA faces all season long, position to position.
Yeah, they're different from Gibson County. Gibson County's more of a half-court kind of offensive team, and they play great defense. They're well-drilled, well-coached. This Peabody team, they wow you with some athleticism. Ball knocked away in the paint, still loose. Coming up with it, though, was Easley. They work it out the hill with 55 seconds in the stanza. TCA leads by 5.
Yeah, they're going to be a team that makes some mistakes. Is driving in, no foul on TCA. Peabody is going to be a team. Their athleticism is going to, it will madden you at times. Then other times they overdo it and they just cause turnover after turnover. That one, it's going to send Olivia Ware to the line.
Ware goes to the line. The foul was on, who they got that time.
Don't look at the scoreboard.
That's incorrect. Ware up, no good. Ware really the kid that hit the big threes up there in that the fourth quarter that brought Peabody back from a 10-point deficit. And it allowed them to come back from 10 down to win by 5. In the air again, Ware gets 1 of 2. And she has 3 in the game. It's a 4-point game, 15-11 TCA. Here comes Peabody in a 1-2-2-4 court press.
I like your choice for 17 days, too.
Olivia Lee, Maxfield to Lee. Lee, great court awareness. To Gehring, left wing. Back out to Macy. Pass to Hannaford. Great catch on a high pass, but then she lost it coming down with it. Coming out there with it is Parker. Across the timeline, TCA gets back on defense, down to Hill. Hill up, Hill missed it. And over the back, Hill over the back of Hannaford. Proper call.
Yep. Pete Norville with the call. The legendary one. Long-time official.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He's been around a long time.
Yeah, he's almost as old as Tom Mapes, and we all know that Tom Mapes is older than Methuselah.
15-11.
So that means Pete Norville and Methuselah probably went to high school together.
I first moved to Jackson back in the 70s, late 70s, early 80s. Here's the ball knocked away, loose. And Peabody comes up with it. First 2 people I heard on the radio here was Tom Mapes and Tom Britt. Down low, nowhere to go for CC Johnson. They're working out to Ware, the 3 on its way, yes. Cannot leave her open.
Olivia Ware with kind of a funky looking little shot, but she makes it work.
It's 15-14. A running leaner at the buzzer by Lee, no good. Back rim came out and within 1. Our score, TCA 15, Peabody 14. It's everything we thought it would be. A minute break back after this on 105.3.
The Grove Primary Care Clinics in Henderson, Middleton, Scotts Hills, Somerville, Bolivar, and Jackson provide a unique holistic approach to primary health care as well as mental health and substance abuse services by seeking to meet the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual needs of their patients. President Jody Weiser said, whether house calls, short waits, or unrushed time with our providers, you'll quickly...
We're back with Ware with it. And TCA had at one time a 6-point lead in this game, but now it's only down to 1. Here's a shot right inside the circle. No, Hill rebounds back up. Yes. That ball was missed. That shot was missed badly by Williams, but then Hill sticks it back up and in. She has 6 in the game, and Trenton Peabody has come from 6 down now to lead by a point. It's 16-15. Boy, TCA fighting a little bit right now in the front court. A great pass. Pagagua got it after a great assist by the 8th grader, Amia Gehring.
Smooth move by Pagagua there, turned and never let the ball hit the floor.
17-16, Ware with it, deep left. And want to go inside, and Maxfield reads that perfectly and picks off that pass intended to Hill. Howe with it. It's a 3-on-2 the other way. Howe will move in the front court. Howe can't shoot it with Pagagua. 12-footer, left wing, no. Rebound, Hannaford back up. Yes, Emma Hannaford.
Emma Hannaford with her second bucket. Had good spacing there. She established position, got the rebound off the glass, and TCA retakes the lead.
And now it's a 19-16 game. Ware with it, front court. Macy Lee about to come back in the game after a short rest. Howe, good defense, cuts off Ware out to Hill, guarded by Pagagua. Hill moves in, turns, fires, no. Rebound controlled by Gehring, and we've got a foul on Trenton Peabody.
Diamond, here's what you got to do when Hill has the basketball. She turned her right, but still shoots that left hand. Overplay that, and you can take her shot away.
Yeah, I think so. Yep, she's a really good player, though. Looks a little winded out here at midcourt. 19-16, 3-point game.
In other words, she's
CC Johnson picks up the foul.
She's almost shooting across her body.
Yep, out of the game, Maxfield out of the game, Gehring. Back in is Howell and Lee. So let's reset it. Pagagua, Hannaford, Lee, French, and Howell. Inbounds pass to Macy Lee. Back there against CC Johnson. Now Howell guarded by Ware. Howell across the timeline. Good bounce pass. When I say good bounce pass, good quickness by Johnson. Knocked that ball out of bounds. That really looked like a good pass. That's how quick CC Johnson is.
Should have just kept the ball and dribbled it up yourself.
Yep. 19-16. Easy for you and I to say. Inbounds pass in the backcourt to Howell. Sally's done a great job as the point guard of this TCA basketball team. She's Matt Coble's coach on the floor. Right wing to Lee. Lee deep right. Lee drives in. Lee ball knocked away. Great play there. Knocking it away was Parker. They come out of there with it. Back to Parker. And now Howell takes it right back away from Parker. Great play by Sally. Returns to Faber. Front court pass French. French down low to Pagagua. Pagagua out to Lee. Had the three, didn't take it. Slides in, banks up, no.
Oh.
Rebound, they fight for it. It's loose. Hannaford saves it, and it is a shot up and no good by Lee. Pagagua, great hustle, finds it, and now Parker picks it off. Boy, missed two chippies in there that time, and now here's Ware the other way.
Had an opportunity.
Yeah, out to the trailer. Looked like a walk by Williams. She got away with it, moves up, puts it up. No, rebound Hannaford.
Short-armed it.
Boy, they just overplay every passing lane. Trenton Peabody almost to steal that time after the rebound. Working with it now will be Howell. Howell out between the circles, guarded out there by C.C. Johnson. And now Howell moves in. We got a blocking foul on C.C. Johnson, her second. Coach Hart wanted to push off, but that's, I think, the proper call. Number 2 on Johnson.
Well, if the blocking foul wasn't a proper call, she had her hands all over playing patty cake.
Gehring in the game, Hannaford out.
Man.
Pretty obvious what Coach Cobo's doing. He's rotating his bigs here, trying to keep fresh legs out there and wear Peabody's big gal.
That's what we talked about in the pregame show.
Lee, 17-footer on its way. Shot it, 18, crawls over the back of the backboard there.
Matter of fact, that was my suggestion.
Yep. Every once in a while, we sound, Jay and Michael, we sound like we know what we're talking about. I know that's surprising. 19-16, three-point game. Jay Cashin and Michael Mancini tonight, providing the video for you. And you're having to put up with us with the audio. Working with it now will be Skinner. Skinner out near midcourt. Great play. Sally Howe knocked that ball away. Sally will drive in the other way. Sally up. No, but she's fouled. And the 76% free throw shooter for TCA to the charity stripe.
Here's the thing. Peabody really didn't have to hammer because when Sally released that ball, there was no way that shot was going in. She was way too far underneath the bucket.
Yeah, her momentum had carried her up under the bucket. Yeah. And to the line, Sally Howe. 19-16. That's the year the Nats were really bad. Howell up. No.
She's 0 for 2 from Cherry.
Yep. 19-16, three-point game. 5:08. Coach Northcutt will join us at halftime and talk about the boys' game earlier that Peabody won. Sally zips it in this time. It's 20-16, four-point game.
We shouldn't have any problems with the Nats this summer.
No.
It's cold the last few days. Should have killed every one of them.
I was thinking about that yesterday, man. There shouldn't be many bugs left at all. 20-16. Hill at the free throw line, drives in, puts it up. The TCA fans wanted to walk, didn't get it, and Hill lays it up and in. She's a great slasher once she gets it at the top of the key or at the free throw line.
And for a big girl, she handles the ball and moves so well.
Yeah, she really does. Ball deflected out of there. Gehring comes up with it. Now to Macy. Her three's on its way. Back rim, no. And the rebound, Anderson French. French back up, no. Rebound, they fight for it. And French back up again, no. Pagagua back up, and no. And we've got a foul. They get Pagagua over the back.
Proper call. Fans not real happy with it, but I think it is the proper call.
20-18. It's a two-point game, and out of the game, Howell. In the game for her will be Maxfield. Coach Coble has some interchangeable pieces to this puzzle this year. It's a two-point game.
It's a luxury that we haven't had in years past.
Yep. I think a little deeper than Peabody. Peabody's got some people that can come off the bench and play well, but TCA's got some depth. Not a lot of people on the bench, but the ones they do. And with these 8th graders contributing, it adds to that depth a little bit. Here's Ware, scoop to the hoop. Oh, my, what a play by Ware, yes.
Ware's got 8 in the ball game, our first tie at 20.
You talk about a slasher. Her quickness allows her to get under there, and then she just flips it up in there. Maxfield with it. Taylor drives in the paint. Maxfield stops, may have walked, got away with it, puts it up front rim, no. The Peabody bench wanted to walk. Now Hill comes out of there with it. Peabody can re-garner the lead. Hill front court. Hill almost staggered there that time. She did stagger. She didn't fall over walk. We're tied at 20 with 3:45 in the first half. TCA's led by as many as 6 in the game. Looking back at Peabody, I think their biggest lead has been at, 2 on several occasions. We're tied at 20, 3:32. Hill, right elbow, 15-footer, no. I thought she may have went over the back and knocked that ball out of bounds. Yeah, I think Mona Miller called it the trail official. If it's Hill, it's number 2. And it's number 7 on Peabody. Hill looks at the bench and says, I'm okay. Leave me out here. Don't pull me out. So she has 2. C.C. Johnson has 2. Howell back in the game. Also back in the game will be Olivia Lee. Macy Lee goes out and Anderson French goes out. And Gehring to the line to shoot free throw.
Here's the deal. Hill's on the floor with 2. Attack her now to pick up number 3.
Free throw by Gehring. Good. Young man behind me just wanted to know if Stan had his 8x10s tonight. They wanted a couple signed copies. I had to reluctantly tell them that Stan had just run out.
I'd give him the souvenir M&M bag.
Gearing up again this time. No. Rebound control by Peabody. Ware with it. Ware is sort of their engine. Hill is their other motor in this thing. Driving in the paint this time. Open look. Yes. Nice slashing bucket by Skinner. And Peabody regarners the lead at 22-21.
Our 5th lead change of the night.
Howell front court. You know, other than just, here's Gary down low and the ball goes out of bounds and it goes off Garing's hands. Howell tried to find her under there, and I think Gary maybe someone got between her and that ball, that pass at time. 9 turnovers on the lines. You know, Stan, a lot of people other than just TCA and Peabody fans are watching or listening to this one tonight to see what happens. This is one of the marquee games of the season. Front court, working with it, Williams. Williams against Howell. Drives in, open, had a 14-footer, didn't take it. Out to Ware, she'll take the long 3, yes.
Ware with her second 3-ball of the night, and a timeout taken by TCA. With 2:43 to go in the first half, Peabody with their largest lead of the night. It's 25-21. Let's take a 30 back after this.
Boya Financial Advisors Stephen Brad Little, Kyle Williams, Brian Bush, and Justin Howell are proud to support Trinity Christian Academy. Anything is possible with the right planning. To find out more about Boya Financial Services, call 668-9818. Here's more about Trinity. Head of School Judy Brown, Elementary School Principal Christy Timms, Middle and High School Principal Dusty Warren, Athletic Director Ken Northcutt, Head Football Coach Blake Butler. Boya Financial Advisors encourages TCA to train young champions for Christ. And now back to the gym with Diamond Dave McCulley and Stan Gerard.
After the TCA timeout, the TCA Basketball, Diamond Peabody with their largest lead of the night at 4. That coming on the strength of Olivia Ware's second 3-ball of the night. A very unconventional looking shot, but she's nailed 2 of them from long distance.
Inbounds against pressure. Lee has it. That's Olivia back there to Howell, back to Olivia Lee. Quite a task for an 8th grader here in a game like this. Pass to Macy Lee. Great pass. Howell. Macy runs in with a layup. It's there.
Macy Lee with her 8th point of the night. Her first bucket in quite a while, Dave, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. First in the quarter. How to beat a press is to attack it. Working right wing down the front court. Skinner. Skinner drives in the paint, can't shoot. Out to Ware. Ware open 3. This time, no. Rebound control by India Williams. Moves in. We've got a charge on Williams.
Oh, my.
Williams, that's her second. Michael Hart can't believe the call, and neither can the Peabody fans across the way.
That was borderline.
As so many of those type calls are. 25-23, 2-point game. Olivia Lee out of the game. Maxfield in for the Lady Lions. Howell inbound it. Looking. Gets it into Maxfield in the backcourt. Back to Howell. Howell back there. Across the timeline. Shields Story with the dribble. Right wing Maxfield. Maxfield looks inside to Pagagua. Not there. Lee's on the left wing. Garing's at the high post. Double high post with Pagagua and Garing. Now they break off and go to the sides, and now we got a foul, and that's going to be on Olivia Ware.
Olivia Ware picks up her first. That's the 9th team foul against Trenton Peabody. My math is correct. TCA shooting 1 and the bonus.
I don't think Coach Hart's looking up the scoreboard. He's telling Mona Miller. He looked up at it. He said, "How can my team have 10?" That's what he's doing. He says they have 3. How to the line?
We've asked the same questions up there before, Diamond.
Well, they are an aggressive team. They're very aggressive. I'm not trying to editorialize one way or the other. We're going to stay off the officials tonight, no matter what. Howell up. Remember we said when the game first started that if they call it tight, it favors TCA, and they're doing that at the moment. Howell, a chance to tie the game as she drills the first. Next one, bingo. And this game, folks, is tied at 25 all.
Our second tie game after missing her first 2 free throws. Sally Howell's come on and hit 3 in a row.
This Peabody team really impressive, just like TCA. These are 2 of the best in the business. Skinner with it. Both well coached, both well drilled, both have different strengths. They bring KK Norman back to the game. Hill is getting the rest at the moment. And now ball knocked away. Sally Hill steals that basketball. Or Sally Howell. Howell drives in. Howell up. Yes.
Sally Howell, her second bucket. She's got 7 at TCA. Retakes the lead. Our 6th lead change of the night.
Well, after the Coach Coble timeout, it's been a 6-point unanswered run. Here's KK Norman. Nice penetration that time by Skinner. And KK Norman knocks it in and ties the game at 27 all.
She's got 4, our third tie of this contest.
Both teams playing pretty well right now, to be honest with you. Across the timeline, Howell, left wing Maxfield. Maxfield out between the circles. Looking for help over to Sally. Had the three, didn't take it. Lee's posted up. They go inside to Macy with the left hand. Yes!
Macy Lee. It was with 10 in the ball game. It was Trenton tried to get some help over there, double help, but the help was shielded off, and TCA's Macy Lee left with a one-on-one move.
29-27, working with it now. Skinner, we get a reach-in foul, I think, on Sally Howell that time. Sally will be called for the foul. And on Howell, it will be
number one.
Important to keep TCA starters out of foul trouble. Out of the game, Emma Hannaford, who's played well. Pagagua, Emma back in the game. So Emma replaces Emma. 41.9 seconds left. Peabody inbounded, and Macy Lee knocks that ball away. Oh, they get a foul on Macy Lee. They get a foul on Macy, and Mona Miller called that. And once the TCA fans realize what she's called, they're not going to be happy.
I was just getting ready to say that was great defense, but
in the game, Gehring, out of the game, French. And it's a 29-27 TCA lead at 41.1.
I disagree with the call.
Ware looks. Fakes that pass, moves it out here to Skinner. Skinner has it. Back over to Ware. Thought about the three. Heels back in the game. They go out to Skinner. Good ball movement. Now they go here to Indy Williams, right baseline. Good defense by Maxfield, cutting her off. Taylor is an outstanding defensive player. Working out here to Ware. Got to know where she is. Down to 20 seconds in the quarter. Hill with it. Hill drives in. Hill pushes one up. No good. Rebound, Macy Lee.
That's not the shot they
16 seconds.
wanted.
No, she was off balance. Sort of fading and leaning back when she shot it. Macy with it with 10 seconds. Lee in the corner to Howell. Her three. No. Rebound, they fight for it. Pagagua with it. Pagagua, yes!
Dave, that wasn't a shot. That was an assist to Pagagua for the bucket.
Yep. And that ends your first half. Peabody tries to throw it in for the backcourt, and your halftime score. The Trinity Christian Academy Lions here at 10 Windy City Road lead the game over Trenton Peabody 31-27. A 2-minute break, and we're back with Coach Northcutt stats and analysis and more after this on the TCA Basketball Network.
Hi, this is...
Your 2019 basketball
It's TCA basketball. Here comes a press by Trenton Peabody.
Out in the backcourt. The 2-1-2 full-court press. French back there, still back there. Pagagua, tough pass. Emma goes to get it. Back to French. Ball knocked away. Bad pass and picking it off. Out there with it was KK Norman to Ware. Now Peabody down low, wide open, layup, great pass Ware, and KK Norman just tied this game.
KK Norman with 6 points in the contest, our 4th tie of the night.
35-35. If TCA doesn't solve this press, they're going to be in some trouble, folks. Here's Gehring with it. Good pass by French that time. Back to Anderson. Anderson down low to Pagagua. Pagagua turns, fires, banks. Yes, it counts at a foul. What a move by Emma Pagagua.
Emma Pagagua with her 3rd bucket of the night. Strong move. She's going to the line to add some harm. We're tied at 35.
Peabody has one big gal, Hill. Other than that, they're not real big. Now, they've got some athleticism in those positions, but TCA certainly has a height advantage. Pagagua, free throw, 3-point play the conventional way there, and it's 38-35. TCA, big play, Stan.
Big play, and we've got to take advantage of those opportunities.
Ware almost turning that ball over out there. On the right wing to Skinner. She didn't, but she came very close. CC Johnson with it. CC drives in, and we've got a foul on the pass off. I think that might be Macy Lee. If it is, it's number 3, I think, isn't it?
We'll see.
See who Pete gets.
Yep.
Yep, it's Macy Lee, her 3rd. That's a big foul. And coming in the game will be little sis Olivia Lee replacing Macy. Macy has not scored in this quarter. She has 10. And it will be inbounds pass to Ware. Ware to Skinner. Launches a high rainbow 3, an air ball, and missed everything. Coming up with it, though, CC Johnson. Out to Ware. Ware's the guy I would think they want taking threes. Down low to Hill. Post up against Pagagua. Too deep. Yes, Hill using that body again. And backing in there, and now we've got a foul. It's going to be on, I think, going to CC Johnson. She stole it, then they get the foul.
And guess who made the play? Frenchie.
Yep, Anderson French. She's smart as a cat. 38-37. TCA had given it up on the turnover. How many turnovers now on each team, Stan?
13 on Trenton and 12 on TCA.
Stayed pretty even Steven all night tonight. 38-37, 1-point game. If you missed the game and want to watch it later, and you're just listening, you can watch it. Go to TCA's website. It'll be archived right there at TCAlines.com. 38-37. Howe with it out between the circles. Howe dogged out there by CC Johnson. 5-second count.
Charles, did you see Sally Howe pout out her lips a little bit on that call?
Yeah, Coach Coble not squawking at the officials. He's squawking at his team that time, saying someone's got to go help. 38-37, 2:39. Back and forth we go in this Donnybrook of a game.
Yeah, you've got to have an internal clock, Dave.
Yep. KK Norman to Ware to KK. Works out here now to Skinner, left of the key, guarded by Maxfield. Hill has it way out here, out of her range. They go to Skinner, guarded by Maxfield. Maxfield's got those long arms and good quick feet. Going to play at the University of Alabama, Huntsville next year. Working left wing, Skinner against Maxfield. Square it up there. Getting low in that defensive stand. They go inside to Hill. Hill can't shoot. Out to Norman. Out to Ware. Being very patient. Into Hill this time in the paint. Hill from 10. Got it and foul. Very patient. Credit Peabody. Patience on offense pays dividends from time to time. She got it to go. She's fouled and giving Peabody the lead. He can up it to 2 at the line.
Our 7th lead change of the night. Hanford and Macy Lee back in. Pagagua and Gehring go out.
Both teams have run that half-court offense efficiently at times tonight. Boy, you got to be impressed with how Peabody ran at that time. Hill to the line, trying to give her team a 2-point lead. Hill, up, Hill, yes. Now she has 7 in the quarter, and I've got her with 15 of the game, and she goes out for the rest. Coach Hart trying to buy her a little time, and back to the game will be, who did he get?
I didn't see it. No!
He gets CC Johnson back in the game. She knocked it away, and it's going to be TCA's ball. Again, got to solve this press right now. Down by 2, 2:02 left. Trying to weather this Peabody onslaught of defense. Out of the game, CC Johnson. Back in the game is Skinner.
Dave, does this seem like Peabody gives us more of a matchup problem than Gibson County does?
They really do. I think you're right. It's all about matchups in basketball. Parker's actually the guy that came back in. And now Maxfield down low. We got a foul. It's an offensive foul on Emma Hannaford down low.
Oh, they call for a charge without the basketball, but
And now Coach Hart getting Hill and India Williams and Johnson back in the game. He's sort of playing a cat and mouse offensive defensive kind of affair. 40-38. Biggest lead that they've had in the game. They being Peabody. Looking back, Stan, their biggest lead is what, 4 at one time?
I believe so.
Yep. TCA's led by as many as 6. That's how tight it's been well throughout the night. 40-38, a minute 45 in the third. Across the timeline, Ware works left of the key, drives in, can't shoot. Works out to Williams. Williams slashes in, leaves it for Hill. Hill keeping that dribble alive. Great dribbler for a big gal. Out to Ware, open three on its way. Front rim, no. Rebound, no. By KK Norman, back up, no. Rebound, KK Norman again, no. The Peabody bench wanting a foul and didn't get it. Now we have a foul. It's going to be on Peabody of all things, and their fans can't believe it across the way.
Well, here's the deal. If they were not going to call a foul, it would have been TCA ball anyway. I'm going to tell you why. Kara Hill came from out of bounds back in to get that ball.
Coach Hart up. He directs 3 people in very quickly. They scoot in like Stan going to a buffet. 40-38.
The way my back is, I don't even do that much anymore.
2-point game. Howell with it. Howell on the backcourt. Hope your back is feeling better. Howell with it across the timeline. Howell moves in, can't shoot out to Olivia Lee. Bump, no foul. Looked like she might have been fouled. I think she was. Take the word might out of it. Yep, Howell with it. If I'm Peabody, I keep playing this way until they start ringing me up more. Here's Macy Lee with it. Macy drives left baseline. High arc. Got it, Macy Lee. First points of the second half.
Yeah, we need her to score.
We're tied at 40, and the student body exploded when that ball went through the gut.
6th tie.
6th tie of the game. Front court working with it now will be Ware. Peabody in a TCA in a 2-1-2 zone. Howell and Olivia Lee out front. Hannaford in the middle. Lee and Maxfield on the back end. They're talking to each other. Got to talk on defense. Look at Lee. That's great leadership by Lee, the junior, marking out defensive instructions. You got to talk. Howell takes it away. And now a foul. Ware lost the ball and just picked up her 3rd foul. Number 6 on Peabody. No free throws. TCA's committed foul. Ware lost it. Howell picked her pocket, and then Ware fouled her.
Notice the fouls are a little more balanced this half.
They are. It will be to inbound it right below us, Olivia Lee. 31 seconds left in the quarter. Peabody led 31-27 at the break. And now here's Howell, a offensive foul on Sally Howell, who set the pick and was moving ever so slightly at midcourt. Sally, her second, and that gives the ball now back to Peabody. A chance for them to take the lead. Lee out of the game, Hannaford out of the game, Pagagua and French back in. Both coaches put a little cat and mouse game with the substitutions, aren't they?
Here, key, Kitty.
40-40, 28 seconds left. Inbounds pass, working with Williams. They have Hill at the high post. She and Pagagua fronting her there. And now working with it, Williams against Howell. Howell, good defense, squaring those feet around there. Any infraction, both teams shoot 1+1 the rest of the game. Here's Williams to Hill. Hill moves in, down low to KK Norman up. No good, we got a charge. Yep, proper call. That's a proper call. I called it even before he called it. Maxfield drew it. That's a proper call.
And the thing was, the shot was no good, too, so it's a double bonus.
Peabody fans are irate. I think they're saying that she was too far up under the bucket, but I thought she plowed her way in there, Stan, to be honest with you. And Olivia Lee out of the game, and back in Gehring and Macy back in the game. Well, 40-40, we're on tied, 5.6. Gehring trying to get it in, gets it into Howell. Howell back there with 4. Good defense by Peabody. They're trying to keep Howell from getting anywhere. Over to Gehring, and the horn sounds, the clock expires, and we're at the end of 3. We're right back where we started from about an hour ago. Your score going to the final 8 minutes of regulation anyway. Peabody 40, TCA 40. Don't dare go anywhere. A minute break. Back after this on TCALines.com/live and 105.3.
At Sports Orthopedics and Spine in Jackson, their team of highly trained physicians utilize state-of-the-art facilities and techniques to restore your health and mobility. They treat every kind of orthopedic injury and condition, offering world-class care. And here's something unique today: same-day appointments. 4 orthopedic surgeons, a primary care sports medicine physician, and a doctor of chiropractic forms the best team in medicine, maximizing comfort and convenience, minimizing cost. Find out more at sportsorthospine.us.
I had my doubts when corporate hired goats to work in my department, but it's been great until I lost my region's personal check card.
Unauthorized use!
I was like, guys, relax. Regions Lock It lets me lock and unlock my Regions personal cards for online, in-store, or ATM transactions. Regions Lock It is the GOAT.
Open a Regions checking, credit, or now card account with new Lock It. It's secure, easy to use, and customizable. Regions. Member FDIC. Your mobile carrier's messaging and data fees may apply.
And now back to the gym with Diamond Dave McCulley and Stan Gerard.
Well, Diamond, if you go by quarters, the third quarter was the first quarter won by Peabody. They won that quarter 13-9.
Well, we set up shop here for the final, what should be 8 great minutes at least, maybe even more, folks. Peabody has the ball. CC Johnson yo-yos it out front over to Hill. TCA back in a 2-3 zone, and here's Hill driving in a charge. It goes in. She can't believe it. And Hill has just picked up number 3, and of course the boos again across the way from the Peabody faithful. It is tied at 40.
One thing, Trenton, a little undisciplined. And when you're undisciplined, that's when you pick up charging fouls.
Well, I think they're well coached. It's just, I know what you're saying. Once they get in the paint a little bit, they get in a little bit of a hurry attacking. They're really aggressive, and it sort of carries over to their offensive side as well. French gets it into Macy Lee. TC's got to figure out a way to get Macy Lee more involved in this offense. Only 2 points here in this half. Gehring back there with it. Amelia Gehring, front court ball taken away and stolen. And it's going to be a foul on Amelia Gehring, and she will foul the Peabody youngster going the other way, India Williams. Williams will shoot 1+1. That's number 7 on TCA. Well, it will put now to the line India Williams. She's not been there tonight. She has 4 points, 2 buckets, and she shoots 1+1 here with 7:28 left in the game and tied at 40.
Well,
Williams eyes the mark. In the air. Got it. Hard free throw, but it settles and goes.
Our 8th lead change.
It is 41-40 your score. Again, attempting the free throw up. This one rolls off. And the rebound is controlled by TCA. Front court, Pagagua. Pagagua underneath to Gehring. Gehring and the ball out of bounds. Pagagua overlet her just a little bit. And Gehring, at least you couldn't come up with it under the bucket.
Oh, those are the turnovers that hurt the worst.
41-40 your score. As Peabody now leads by a point. We'll talk to Coach Coble after the game, no matter what the outcome is. Hopefully about a big win. Out front, Parker. Parker to CC Johnson. TCA in a 2-1-2 zone. Hill's out of the game right now, by the way. Norman's playing the post. Here's a shot put up by India Williams. No good. Ball loose on the floor. Loose on the floor. Out of bounds. They're going to foul on TCA, I think. They're going to get Pagagua, I think.
She was on the deck.
And Mona Miller will incur the wrath of the TCA faithful here right below us.
That's a better no call. I'll tell you why. You call a foul on a player on the deck. The ball wasn't in her hands. It wasn't into the hands of the Peabody player closest to her. No call.
Parker 1+1, a clanker, not close. Anderson French, the ball comes all the way out to the free throw line. And here's the run out to Gehring. Gehring couldn't come up with it, and Gehring tries to save it. She's out of bounds.
Oh.
It was that time Amelia Gehring trying to save it. Bad pass that time, and the Gehrings couldn't come up with it under the bucket. They had great hustle. French out of the game, Sally Howell back in.
That's one where you've been better off letting it go out.
41-40. Yep, that's a good point. 1 point game, 6:44 left here. Richard Skidmore down in Florida watching this one. Across the timeline, working with it now will be Parker. Parker out front, India Williams. Bounce pass right wing, Hill still out of the game across the way. Working with it now, CC Johnson. Can't shoot, throws it away, bad pass. A wild hot potato, now we get a foul on Macy Lee. That's the 4th foul on Macy. Tried to reach in there and get it, and she fouled this time Adriana Skinner.
Well,
so Macy picks up her 4th. Really hadn't taken a lot of shots in this half as well. She only has 2 with 12 points on the night. Maxfield and French in the game. Lee and Gehring go out.
Well, Diamond, here's the bottom line. You got your star player, Macy Lee, sitting at the 6:22 mark with 4 fouls. Who's going to step up and be a hero tonight?
Yep. Shot up. Skinner, back rim, no. Rebound, Pagagua. Boy, Peabody missing some chances at the line. They come and attack even after the missed free throw. Maxfield, front court. Maxfield, front court to Pagagua. Emma will drive in against a smaller player. Puts it up, missed it. Rushed it and missed it. against the smaller players, Stan. Easy for me to say up here, if she takes her time, I think she gets an easy bunny.
I agree.
41-40, 1-point game. 6 minutes left in regulation anyway. 5-point game up there. After Peabody trailed by 10, they beat TCA by 5. KK Norman, great bounce pass Parker. And KK Norman has given now Peabody a 3-point lead. And a timeout, Coach Coble, a full timeout. 43-40. Right now, the upper hand belongs to Trenton Peabody. We're back after this 30 on 105.3.
This is Chuck Buell with Robinson Toyota. I'm a Trinity parent and a sales consultant here at Robinson Toyota. Do you want a different kind of car buying experience? If you do, come see me at Robinson Toyota. Colossians 3:23 says, whatever you do, do it enthusiastically, as something done for the Lord and not men. I strive to do that every day. Just ask all the Trinity families that have bought cars from me in the past 2 years. Come see me, Chuck Buell at Robinson Toyota, for a different kind of car buying experience.
And now back to the gym with Diamond Dave McCulley and Stan Gerard.
43-40, Peabody with the lead, 5:46 to go. And Diamond, I don't know about you, but I've got a little bit of an uneasy feeling right about now.
Yeah, Peabody's quickness has been a big factor in the entire game, but especially it seems like in the last few minutes. TCA's had their chances. Peabody could have a bigger lead if they hit free throws. They missed the front end of several 1+1s right now. Any infraction on TCA the rest of the way, Peabody would shoot 2 free throws. We've committed 9 fouls. Peabody's committed 8, so 1 to give before they would give up 2, but any infraction by Peabody gives TCA a chance for the 1+1 now. Well, here's full court pressure again, a 1-2-1-1 full court press. They're actually going to inbound the ball, not in the backcourt. In the backcourt, but not have to bring it the length of the court. They're going to inbound it right over near the Peabody bench. Sally Howell and Pete Norma having a discussion. And now Sally looks, gets it in the backcourt to Maxfield. Here comes, boy, they do a great job, Peabody does, attacking and double teaming. Howell almost lost it back there, in trouble. Howell across the timeline. Howell, front court, Olivia Lee. Olivia, nowhere to go. Bounce pass down over to Pagaglia. Pagaglia backs in, puts it up. No, it came out, but she's fouling. She'll shoot 2. And Trenton Peabody got caught that time. TCA had the advantage for the size down low.
Got to continue to attack in the post. That's what's going to pay off for TCA, especially when you got Macy Lee on the bench. You've got Pagaglia and Gehring in the ball game. Maxwell plays big. Pagaglia sinks the free throw for TCA, draws us within 2, but you got to take our bigs and attack that post right now.
Emma has 8 in the game, stays at 8. She missed that one. 43-41, 2-point game. Both teams leaving some points at the free throw line. Out front, Parker. Parker double team. Goes to India Williams in the paint. India Williams puts it up. Back rim, no. They battle for the rebound, and Maxfield plucks it out of there.
Oh, that's not the shot they wanted.
Tater averages 5 boards per game. Here's Pagaglia. Great catch. A great pass by Lee. And Pagaglia has tied the game.
And that pass by Olivia Lee.
What a great assist and dime by the 8th grader. Down low. They go inside to KK Norman. Wide open. Her teammate gave it up. And India Williams drills it from about 4 feet. And just like that, Peabody takes the lead back at 45-43. And in the backcourt, a foul, I think, on, this is going to be on Skinner. And Howell's going to shoot 1+1.
Both teams will be shooting the double bonus for the remainder of this game, Diamond Day. And we got an eternity, 4 minutes and 53 seconds in regulation anyway.
District implications on the line, to say the least. And Stan, it being the late game tonight, it almost takes on a tournament kind of flavor to it too, doesn't it?
Oh, you know Gibson County is listening to this ball game as Sally Howell sinks the free throw. She's got 12.
Sally, bingo, 45-44. She'll try again. In the air, got it. Well, this game is tied at 45. How many ties now, Stan?
7.
45 all, we're tied, 4:53. Pagaglia out of the game. Emma Hannaford back in. Fresher legs in there at the moment, as Emma's really played hard. All the kids have. Macy Lee remains on the bench for the 4 fouls. A 2-1-2 zone. Out front, Howell and Lee. That's Olivia. Gehring and Maxfield back on the back end of it. Hannaford in the middle. Go right wing. Out here now. Here's the pass to C.C. Johnson. Ware's on the bench with Hill as well. Working with it now will be, and that's almost a walk. I think it was a walk. They got away with it. Out front, India Williams. Right wing, C.C. Johnson. Now, Peabody looks a little rattled right now. Now they flash it in. Here's the drive by India Williams. Front rim, no. Battle for rebound, and Hannaford didn't get it, but she knocks it over to Alicia Gehring. Out the pass to Maxfield.
They didn't get a bad shot. They were patient, just
Yep.
short-armed it, and we got a foul on India Williams. India Williams just picks up number 4.
That wasn't much of a foul, to be honest with you. And the fans across the way don't like it. One guy's over there like he's shadow boxing, and the line will be Maxfield. I'll tell you this, if they'd called that on TCA, you and I wouldn't have been happy. I'll just say that. But it will be to the line. Maxfield will shoot 2 because that's number 10 on the Golden Tide, the Lady Tide. In the air, Maxfield, high rainbow. Yes, Maxfield, a 61% free throw shooter, has given now TCA a 1-point lead.
Diamond, if you looked at that ball knuckleballed its way to the pig iron. That's her first point of the night.
Her dad, Greg, and I talking earlier tonight about Tennessee and Kentucky. Maxfield again, good! And it makes it a 47-45 game, and now TCA with the lead.
Very little rotation on that ball.
Back and forth. These teams have battled. 11 lead changes and 7 ties in the game. Out front, working with it now will be India Williams. Williams in the corner over there. And they find Parker. Boy, KK Norman was jumping up and down. She wanted that ball. Working with it now, India Williams. She's taking over things and drills it from about 10 feet.
She's got 7 in the half, 9 in the game.
It is now a 47-all game. Maxfield backcourt. Peabody, as good as they are, they have to even be tired after all this pressing. Over to Maxfield from Lee. Taylor will drive in. Zips it over to Anderson French. Great pass down low to Hannaford. Hannaford up, no. Hannaford back up again, no. Rebound, they fight for it, and Peabody has it. Emma couldn't get it to go, and it's going to be now Peabody's ball. Tied at 47, 3:21. Low pass. Coming up with it, though, was CC Johnson. Goes out to India Williams. You wonder when Ware and Hill will come back to the game, and as I say that, here they come. Right on cue. Out left of the key, Parker. Over to CC Johnson. The crowd chanting defense on this side. And meanwhile, across the way, the student body of, and now steal. Sally Howe knocks that ball away, and Olivia Lee comes up with it. We're tied at 47. 15, make it 14 turnovers. And now Anderson French dropped it. Tried to go inside to Hannaford. Couldn't make up her mind that she wanted to pass it. India Williams on the run out for Peabody the other way. Stops, pops, up, no. Rebound, they fight for it. Emma Hannaford with a rebound. Hannaford in trouble. Over to Howe. And now TCA wants to run. Front court pass to Maxfield and throws it away. Oh my goodness, Maxfield couldn't come up with it. And now Pagagua is going to come back to the game. Now, with Ware and Hill coming back in, you wonder when Coach Coble with 2:35, when he's going to get Macy Lee back in the game for TCA.
He's still holding her.
It's tied at 47. Hannaford out of the game, Pagagua in, and now here she comes. Lee in the game, Macy in, Olivia Lee out. Boy, Stan, this thing has got a district flavor all the way to it now. I'm not talking about regular season district. I'm talking about...
Man, if there's a better game going on in the state right now, I don't know where it'd be.
One of the best games we've had all year. I thought the Gibson County game was a great game, and it was. But this one's right up there with it at the moment. Ware with it, India Williams. They flash it to KK Norman. Back out to Ware. The 3 on its way. Front rim, no, it's air ball. Hill comes up with it. Loose on the floor. Still loose. And Pagagua comes out of there with it. And what do we have? I think a timeout, TCA. No, it's a jump ball.
Jump ball, our ball.
And TCA will have it. Michael Hart is hot. He thought that TCA's player was on the end line. He's not happy.
Well,
he's stomping his feet, his right foot to the floor.
He could have made a call for Kiara Hill to pick up a foul, too.
Here's Maxfield in the backcourt. Taylor bump. Here's Lee, and now there is a foul. Yep, and Mona Miller called it. Take your pick. Ware was there, and so was CC Johnson. And to the line will be Maxfield, who drilled 2 there a moment ago, high rainbows, and she'll shoot 2 here. The TCA shooter body. They haven't sit down in the last couple of quarters, and to the line will be Maxfield. Maxfield, eye the mark, in the air, got it. He'll try again.
Sending those good vibes.
48-47. Everyone's played well. But remember the big bucket Pagagua had back in this quarter. Here's the next one up, and good again by Maxfield.
Boy, that one when it left her hands, it said no, no, no. And timeout on the court. 2:05 to go. 12 lead changes.
We're going to keep it here at 6:30. We're going to keep it here. Stan, let me tell you this. I've called a lot of games through the years. I'm not saying that bragging. I'm just telling you, this one's got one, though, that even the announcers, you're getting a little tense in this thing right now.
Oh, you're starting to pucker a little bit. 12 lead changes.
Fun, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. 8 ties. And I said this earlier, if there's a better high school basketball game going on in the state of Tennessee right now, I don't know where it would be at.
Well, I'm not sure what Michael Mancini and Jay Cashin make, but whatever it is, they need to double it because they picked the right game tonight. They have this
They
one
picked the right game to debut.
on the video. Yeah, it sure did.
TCALions.com/.
It will be
live.
Howell, Lee, French, Pagagua, and Maxfield for the white-clad and purple-clad TCA Lady Lions here at 10 Windy City Road.
So TCA going a little bit smaller.
Yep. Hill back in the game. Ware out there along with KK Norman. Also India Williams. Ware and CC Johnson bounces into Ware. Ware, the little guy, will dribble it with the left hand. Now the right hand across the timeline, across the purple tee she comes. 2 minutes left in the game. 49-47 TCA. Hang on to your hat. Right wing. Williams with it. Deep right. In front of her student body over there. They're about 5 or 6 rows deep. Working with it now between the circles. Here's Williams with it. TCA back in the zone. Howell out front. Hill comes across the top of the key. She has position there. Pagagua trying to front her there. Out to Ware. Ware drives in. Can't shoot. Out to Indy Williams. Is 3. No. Rebound. They fight for it. Pagagua and Hill. They battle. And Maxfield comes out with it. Wow. Maxfield. Great rebound. And boy, there was a lot of contact both ways.
You could have called Pagagua with a foul there.
And here's a bad pass, but Howell goes and gets it. Howell with it. Down to 1:15 of the game. TCA trying to hang on now with a 2-point margin. And they have the basketball. Got to protect it. Maxfield don't have to necessarily shoot. Maxfield dribbles in, puts it up, back rim, no. Gets her own rebound, back up. No, it came out. Rebound Maxfield. No, it's loose. Jump ball. It's going to be Peabody's ball. Boy, two within 5 feet. They wouldn't go down. And Coach Coble just sort of leans over and grabs his knees. Kevin Hansen applauding behind the bench, saying, oh my, how close it came.
When I was in college, we had a saying, we are horses, so let's stall.
Yep, 49-47.
We didn't exactly need to be pushing the issue right there, Diamond.
Ware with it between the circles. And the crowd now chanting defense. Down to our right. Ware with it. It's 49-47, 45 seconds left. It's tense in here at TCA tonight on homecoming. Working with it. Here is C.G. Johnson. Leaves it out to Ware. In the corner to Indy Williams. Fakes the three, doesn't shoot. Macy Lee has to be careful. Has 4 fouls. They're working out here. Here's that open shot. A 3 up. No. Rebound, Sally Howell. That's C.C. Johnson missed. The ball out of bounds. We get a foul on Peabody. And it will be Sally Howell to the line. Sally, a 76% free throw shooter tonight. I have her stand. I'll double check. 3 of 5. Is that what you have?
3. Let's see. She is 5 of 7.
Oh my! I missed a couple there.
She had 3. She was 3 of 5 in the first half, 2 of 2 in the second half.
Yeah, you're right. All right, to the line, Howell.
2 opportunities here to make this a 2-possession game.
49-47, 25 seconds left in regulation. Howell, eye to mark. She shoots 2. First one up, back rim, no. She'll try again, too hard.
It's okay.
Adrenaline flowing a lot there. She'll try to settle down now. Maxfield imploring her to knock this one down. Sally to the line, in the air, got it. And it's a 3-point game.
It's a 2-possession game for Trenton to win.
50-47. Well, it's a 1-possession game. They could hit a 3 here to tie.
Well, but to win.
Oh, yeah, to win. And now Coach Hart calls a timeout. 50-47, 22.3 left. Let's wait and see if it's a full or a 30. I think it's going to be. We're going to keep it here. I think we're caught up on our commercial commitments. We'll stand. If you're Matt Coble, you lead by 3 with 22.3 left. What do you tell the troops in that purple and white across the way?
Challenge the threes. You don't want to give them an opportunity to tie this game. If you're going to give up the bucket, give it up inside. Make it a 2-possession game. Challenge the threes, but do not foul. Challenge those threes. Make them work for the 3. Force them to go for the 2-point shot instead of the 3 ball with 22 seconds. They're going to, if I'm Michael Hart, I'm probably winding this down, making this a all or nothing game. When you're on the road, all or nothing. You got 22 seconds to go. You're down by 3, all or nothing. 1 shot to send it to overtime. That's what I think they're thinking.
Different coaches. I think most coaches would probably agree with you, but there are some that would say, hey, you don't necessarily have to go for a 3. You could get a 2 and then foul and then get maybe a chance to put it up the line.
I've got one of these young men's cell phone. It just says, the wife. How much longer y'all going to be here?
50-47. Inbounds pass CeCe Johnson into Ware. She's the gal, the three-point artist. Hill's out of the game. They've got their gunners, outside gunners in there. Williams drives in. Williams slashes in. Layup there. India Williams has pulled her team now within one with 11.1 seconds left. You think we didn't take a break a moment ago? We're not going to take one here either, John Brels. We're going to keep it here. It's a full, but we're going to keep it here. Caught up on our commercial commitments. Don't forget, we'll be back with you. We think another great one Tuesday night when Gibson County Lady Pioneers come calling. I'm sure they're probably watching this one or listening to it. Coach Wilkins in the game. But right now, stand 50-49. Williams, well, Coach Hart elected not to go for the tie. He elected to do what I had brought up. Just go for the bucket. And Williams was open. TCA could not foul, or did not want to foul, and certainly did a good job not doing that. But Williams wide open little bunny. It's a one-point game, and now TCA has to protect the basketball and probably hit free throws.
Now they're going to go in attack mode. TCA has had troubles and has struggled with the press tonight. Remember, in games past, we've had trouble getting the ball inbounds. Coble has to have a quick hand with it. He's got to have the ear of the official. And if we have trouble getting that ball in, he's got to use those timeouts. Each team with 2 timeouts remaining.
Feel the buzz in here right now. There's a little buzz in this crowd. It's been here just about all night, but especially right now, it's like a buzz in here.
Diamond,
Howard inbounded.
Here's what I like.
Here we go. Howard inbounded.
I don't know if I don't the ball. Home run.
Well, I'm not sure. They line up the bigs across the way. They try to break Mason Lee through. They get Pagagua to Howell. Sally backcourt. We're down to 8 seconds, down to 7 seconds. Howell in back there battling a little bit. Front court pass to Maxfield. Down to 4, down to 3, down to 2. They try to tie her up, and they foul. And now Ware, I think, the guy that fouled with 2.7 seconds left, and Maxfield to the line. It looks like Maxfield's left hand.
Something's wrong with her hand.
It looks like it almost
cramping.
Got turned there a little bit. She's trying to.
It's like Fred Sanford arthritis.
Yeah, she's in trouble there. Let's hope she's all right. Kevin Hansen, he's right behind that bench. He's watching intently, and Maxfield to the line. Taylor tonight, 4 of 4, 61%er, and now Peabody calls the timeout to try to ice her down, and Maxfield trying to clap those hands to get some feeling back in that left hand. Well, 2.7, a quick 30, 50-49. Who's going to win this thing? Back after this, we'll find out. A 105.3.
Here's TCA Booster Club President Craig Fuller.
The TCA Booster Club's mission is to promote and support all of the athletic programs by uniting parents, students, coaches, faculty, and staff, working together as one community to train young kids for pride. This year's officers also include Greg Maxfield, Jennifer Cunningham, Scott and Katie Eglin, and Jenny Gray. Thank you to these officers, our members, and our corporate sponsors for graciously supporting the athletic program at Trinity Christian Academy. Go Lions!
And now back to the gym with Diamond Dave McCulley and Stan Gerard.
All right, folks, 2.7 seconds to go. Glad you could join us on Fox Sports Jackson 105.3, foxsportsjackson.com, and you are watching this game at tcalions.com/live.
Well, here we go. Maxfield to the line. She shoots 2, Stan. That's big because the pressure off her a little bit on that first one. 2.7. Time for Peabody to get off a shot to either win the game or tie the game, depending on what Maxfield does here. If she hits 2, it puts Peabody in desperate mode. Maxfield, yes, 5 of 5. And the 61%er has looked 100% thus far. 2-point game, 51-49. Eyes to mark again. In the air, no good this time. Rebound controlled by Peabody. They call the timeout. That, in essence, is not a tremendously bad miss. 1.9. It forces him now, Stan, to bring the ball. That timeout is really advantageous for Peabody to have there. Now let's see, Mona Miller talking to the troops over there. And I think they call a full timeout. We're going to keep it here. John, we'll get caught up on those commitments in the postgame, I promise you. 51-49. If you coach Coble, you cannot foul here with 1.9. 51-49. But Stan, they'll have to bring it, the length of the court, right?
I am challenging the inbounds pass. I'm taking Emma Hannaford, volleyball player, good leaping ability. I'm putting her on the inbounder, not denting gum on her, but I'm putting on her, jumping up and down, using that length to cause problems getting the ball in. And then I'm playing almost a soft trap. You got to challenge it. You can't let them roll the ball up. Oh, they put time back on the clock too, Diamond Dave. It was at 1.9. Now it's back at 2.5.
That's what Coach Hart was talking about. 1.9 is what it scooted down to, but 2.5 now. That's a little bit difference. Maxfield, Gary, Howe, Lee, and Pagagua. They're going to put Pagagua on the ball. They'll try the home run pass. And let's see who will get it for Trenton Peabody.
Oh, God, this is
2.5 to inbound it. Hope not shades of Christian Leitner. Inbounding it. Williams gets it in the backcourt. And now they call another timeout as they'll have it now at side midcourt with 1.9. They got the ball in. And Peabody, no need to take them back to Gibson County to home. They're going to use their timeouts. And now they'll have it stand just right at almost the press table across the way, just inside the side backcourt for them. And they'll have a chance now to get it in bounds and get off a desperation shot. A three would win it. A deuce would tie.
I wish we had a telestrator here with the live option here, because what you're going to do, I want a TCA. You got the inbounds here. I want the TCA player shading over to the Trenton side.
It's a shame they can't get that on camera. Your telestrator.
No, I want them to shade over there. That creates a block in the passing lane there. We've got to shade and protect there.
Shades of John Madden.
We need a telestrator.
Jay Cash and Mike Mancini, Michael Mancini, they may never do a game with us again after this.
No, but
I'm just teasing.
Yeah,
Here we go.
You don't want to put them heads up, face to face on it. You want an angle. You want an angle on that, so you can keep your whole body in front of the passing lanes. Mancini knows about that. You got to cover the passing lanes.
It will be Pagagua to end. She'll guard the inbounds pass.
That's exactly what she's doing.
Here's Howell, Lee, Gehring, and Maxfield. They're all pointing at each other, saying, "Here's what we're going to do." A small lineup out there, other than KK Norman. And it'll be CC Johnson inbounding it, just near the press row. And now Coach Coble calls the timeout, I think, or did he? Yep, Coach Coble calls the timeout. He's going to play a little cat and mouse game here. Well, let's sneak in a quick 30. 51-49, 2.3. And back after this on 105.3.
Here, kitty.
It's lunchtime, you're hungry. We know how you feel. Your mouth wants Little Caesars, and your wallet wants a deal. 4 slices of deep dish and a soda are for you. I'm ready for $5, and this is what you do. Bite, dip, that's what makes the combo. Bite, dip, keep it deep dish combo mambo.
Pizza. Little Caesars lunch combo. Hot and ready 11 to 2 p.m. at participating locations plus tax.
And now back to the gym with Diamond Dave McCulley and Stan Gerard.
Diamond Dave, if you're watching this game at tcalliance.com/live, you'll notice in the lower left-hand corner that the officials have, for the second time, added time back onto the clock to give Peabody a little more time. Shade of the Russians in 72.
Pagagua will guard the inbounds pass attempted by CC Johnson. And Rod Parker directing traffic, telling Lee to come up here. And now they have in the corner back there in that deep left corner, Skinner. Got to be know where she is. I would think that it would be now more discussions about what's going to happen here.
It's going to be
Hill's foul trouble. Ware's not in the game. Did Ware foul out of the game? Why would she not be in there?
I don't think so.
I didn't have her with 5 fouls. Now Coach Coble talking to Mona Miller and Pete Normal. Now Coach Hart's going to come down and talk.
I think this is all about the time.
2.3. I thought it was 1.7. I thought
it was
1.9. 1.9, and now they put 2.3 up there.
Well, they put 2.5 on it. Now it's down to 2.3.
So some discussion. And Coach Coble's pointing back toward his seat there, saying that's where they should inbound the ball.
Do we have replay available yet?
And now Coach Hart and Coach Miller. Coach Miller is calling over. India Williams, I think, is their primary gal. They won't cover taking the shot here.
Yeah, she's been the straw.
2.3, and now Coach Hart is not happy. 2.3 on the clock. Well, they leave 2.3, and here's how it's going to go, folks. CC Johnson inbound it. Pagagua will come up on her. Near midcourt. She'll come up, I would think, once she's handed the ball. Nope. Pagagua just jumping up and down. Here's the pass out here to India Williams. Williams with one. And good if it goes. And it is short. It almost went in. Wow. And Peabody almost won the game on a desperation shot from about 25 feet. And the TCA Lady Lions have hung on in a dramatic win here, 51-49. Boy, she got a good look at it, folks, and came up a tad short on the front rim. And Shan, a big win for Lady Lions. They moved to 19-5, 10-1, and it moves Peabody now to 17-8 and 8-2. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll come back. Stats analysis and Coach Cobal's post-game comments. You're happy final in this one, 51-49. Lady Lions win it. Back after this 2-minute message on the Pace Game on TCALines.com/live and 105.3.
First Bank is a proud sponsor of Trinity Christian Academy Athletics. This is Dawn Thomason with First Bank and a parent of a TCA student athlete. First Bank has 3 locations in Jackson with products ranging from checking, home mortgage, and commercial business accounts. First Bank supports TCA students, coaches, and athletes as they compete in the 2018-2019 season. We look forward to a great season and cheering on the TCA Lions. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Always dependable. Clement Automatic Transmission and Wrecker Service. Owners Jim and Connie Clement have been in business since 1970.